Guys, it's Joanne here. Welcome again to my YouTube channel. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to cut and sew this beautiful kimono dress with a side drawstring. So if you want to see how I achieve all of this, kindly watch this video to the end. Don't forget to like, share this video so that other people can get to watch and learn as well. Also, please, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do well to click on the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell for more videos. So without wasting much of your time, let's get right into the tutorial. So guys, this is the fabric I'm going to be using for this tutorial. This is an African print fabric and it is 2 yards. If you want to have enough fabric to walk around with, I advise you use 3 yards, 3.5 or even 4 yards. Depends on how bogus you want this to be at the end of the day. So now I'm going to begin with the folding of this fabric here. Since I'm going to be cutting both the front and the back together, I'm going to have to fold this into 4. So first off, you're going to fold by 2 equal halves. Please make sure you fold the right sides facing each other. After folding 2 equal halves, you have to go ahead and refold again by 2 again. That means you're folding in 4, so you have both the front and the back together. And notice that this side that is open here is going to be the side, and this folded part will be the center front and center back. All right, hope you're clear. And for the measurement you're going to be needing for this tutorial would be the length of the dress. You'll be needing your bust measurement, your bust point measurement, and the shoulder measurements. That's just the measurement you need for this dress, okay? And of course you need your sleeve length measurement, how you want your sleeve to be. So now I'm going to indicate the start point line. So I'm coming down from this top part here by 1/2 inch. That will be the shoulder line, also the start point line. So what I mean by the start point line is that whatever measurement I'm going to be taking vertically would be from this line. All right, hope you're clear on this. So I noticed that this chalk wasn't that visible enough, but I just hope you guys can see what I'm doing here. Now from that line I just drew there, which is the shoulder line, I'm coming down here by 10 inches. That's the bust point line. Okay, that's the bust point measurement. I just indicated that measurement there, and I'm going ahead to use my straight rule to connect this into a straight line across. So next thing I'm going to do will be to come back here on this line and take the bust measurement. Divide your bust by 4. Whatever you have, you're going to be imputing that on that line here and extend that measurement by like 5 inches. That's, I'm going to be making use of this entire fabric, what I have here on this width. All right, I'm going to be making use of it. So what I had was 5 inches and I made use of the entire fabric. Now on this shoulder line here, come down by 1 inch. That will be for your shoulder slope. And on the neck width here, I'm going to be indicating 3 inches, marking 3 inches from this folded part here. And I'm going to connect from the neck width down to that 1 inch I marked for the shoulder slope. So guys, I have connected the shoulder slope as you can see here. Now the next thing I'm going to do will be to mark extra 1/2 inch from that line I just drew. Come up by 1/2 inch. That will be for the sewing allowance on the shoulder area. Now back to the neckline here, I'm going to come down by 3 inches for the neck depth. That will be for the front measurements, and I'm going to use my French curve here to connect into a round neckline back to the neck width. Having done this, I'm going to now mark the back neck depth. Remember, we are cutting both the front and the back together. So the back neck depth I mark is 1 inch. So I'm going to use a free hand to connect this back to the back neck width. Hope you understand what I'm explaining here. So next thing I'll do now would be to indicate the length of this kimono. Okay, so the length I'm working with is 40 inches. I added 1 inch to that 40 inches, which is making it 41 inches, since I'm going to be using one inch to hem the down part. Okay, so now this length totally depends on what you want. If you want yours longer, take your length measurement. If you want it shorter, take your length measurement. All right, so but I was fine with this length I have here. Now I went ahead to use a straight rule to draw this line across here. Okay, so guys, that's basically it for this part here. I'm going to go ahead now to cut out the excess part I won't be needing. Okay, so guys, on this part here, I'm going to like mark out the part. Like I wanted to mark the armhole around the part, but after this I noticed that the armhole will be too small for me, so I extended that measurement. So you want to watch how I did that. On the neckline, cut out the back neckline first before cutting out the front part. Cut out the back neckline, take out the back part before cutting out the front parts. Okay, so yeah, cutting out the excesses here, the part I won't be needing, and on the hem part I'm going to cut out this excess I have here. Guys, I am through cutting out this part. As you can see, I am going to also take out the back parts. Before that, I'm going to be indicating the length of my sleeve. So for the length of my sleeve, I'm going to be working with 12 inches. Okay, 12 inches. I want this to be a bit free around my armhole. Depends on what you want, but 12 inches was totally fine by me. All right, so after that I'm going to take off the back piece. Okay, and I'm going to be working on the front part now. So back to the neckline, I'm simply folding this back here, making sure it aligns properly before I go ahead to cut out the front neckline. Now cut out the front neckline. Okay, but make sure you arrange this properly that it aligns. Okay, cut out the front neckline. As you can see, let me open this up for you guys to see what this looks like on the right side. Once you open it, this is what you should have. Then I'm going to also fold this back again, because I'm going to be working on the kimono part. I'm going to be having the center front open, so I'm going to fold this back nicely like this, and I'm going to come back here on the neckline. Okay, from this neckline here, simply rule a straight line all the way down. Okay, so if you want to have a measurement to work around with on the hem part, go in by like 2 inches and use your straight rule and connect it back to the neck width, as you can see here. Okay, since I did not want this line necessarily straight, I did not want it straight, so I had to like come in by like I eyeballed it. I came in by like 2 inches from this folded part on the center line here on the hem part, and I simply drew this back to the neck width. All right, I hope you guys are following what I'm doing here. So after this, I'm going to take my scissors now and cut out this part here. It means I will not be needing this part I'm cutting out now. I won't be needing it. I'm going to be attaching another fabric to it. Okay, so yeah, that's basically it for this part here. So guys, I'm going to open this up and bring back the back parts, and I'm going to be placing the back bodies to the front part, right sides facing each other. I'm going to be stitching the shoulder, so align the shoulder this way, and you're going to be stitching by 1/2 inch. Stitch this part here by 1/2 inch, and also do the same thing on this other shoulder area here, stitch by 1/2 inch as well. So I'm going to stitch this, take this to my sewing machine and stitch it, iron it, and show you guys the next step to do. So now after stitching, this is exactly what I had here. Okay, so you're going to overlock the shoulder area if you have your overlocking machine. So now I'm going to have to place this crepe fabric, this plain fabric, around the neckline. To do that, you're going to fold this piece, these bodies like this, indicates where you have your shoulder line, make sure it matches, make sure it aligns, and on the midpoint of the back part, you're going to indicate that part. Possibly you can notch it, then also notch around this part here, this other crepe fabric or plain fabric, notch the midpoint. But since I had like a joining around that the midpoint, I did not necessarily notch that part. So just use your pin and secure around the neckline all the way to the hem part like this. Make sure you place it to the right side of the main fabric. Okay, place the plain fabric or whatever fabric you're using to the right side of the main fabric. Hope you understand. Once you do that, secure with your pin, and you're going to be stitching around this part by 1/2 inch. Now exactly what I did here, I'm going to be doing the same thing on the sleeve part, because I want to have like a plain fabric around the sleeve area. I'm going to also do the same thing. So to know the measurements this for this plain fabric around the neckline, you're going to fold your fabric by like 2.5 inches. So when you open it to be 5 inches, all right, then cut a very long fabric, have enough fabric to walk around. We can easily measure what you have on the main fabric and use that measurement to cut on your plain fabric, and add like extra inches allowance to it, so you have enough fabric to walk around with. That's the same thing I did for this one here I'm using on the sleeve area. So you know the part I notch around this sleeve area, that's I'm placing this fabric, this plain fabric around that part, to make sure that I'm going to be, stitching from that part I notch where I have my sleeve. Remember, I measured my sleeve from the shoulder area down by 12 inches, so it depends on what you want. So from that notch part here, I'm going to be stitching to this other notch area. I hope you understand. So the same thing I'm going to be doing for this part. Fold this, get the midpoint and place on the shoulder line, then secure with your pin, as you can see me do here. Do the same thing around here, okay? Then on this notch part, notch where you're going to be stitching your sleeve, where you're going to be ending your sleeve. I hope you understand. Notch around that part here and also secure with your pin. So from that part, you're going to stitch all the way to this other part you have your notch, okay? I'll do that, and I'm going to iron this neatly and show you guys what I have next. So guys, after I was done stitching the neckline, as you can see, this is exactly what I have here, and this is how the sleeve looks like. This is it for this other part here. The next thing to do would be to join the sides now. So to join the side, you're going to simply align the shoulder line area, align the sleeve area, okay? Make sure the shoulder line is straight enough. Then for the sleeve area, you're going to place it like this, and you're going to be sewing by 1/2 inch all the way to the hemline. Do the same thing for the other parts. After sewing, you're going to have to iron this up properly, making sure that it sits properly, it lays well. Then when you do that, you're going to see the outcome. Now after that, this is exactly what I have here. As you can see, this is sitting very pretty. This is looking very, very beautiful already, as you can see. So I went ahead to hem the down part as well. Off camera, you can as well hem the down part before attaching this drawstring. So to make a drawstring here, you're going to cut a very long strip of fabric, then cut 2 of it. So you can get a long strip of fabric like 30 inches long, and the width should be 1.5 inches, and you're going to be folding it in such a way that after folding it, you have like 1/2 inch width, okay? So now on this down part, come in by 2 inches. I don't know how I lost that clip, that part that I marked 2 inches, but you can see the chalk clearly. Then come up here by 9 inches. Now this totally also depends on what you want. If you want this deeper than this, you can go ahead and go up by like 13 inches or 12 inches. Depends on what you want. So if you want this lower than this, you can go out. You know what to do, just get your measurement and do the same thing. Now after that, connect from this 9 inches points all the way to the 2 inches you came in by, and cut out. So yeah, that is just it. There's nothing to it. Then I'm going to use this piece to cut out on the other part as well. So if you want to fold this up, you can fold this together and cut at the same time, but I felt like this was easier for me, so I'm placing this like this. I'm going to be cutting out this parts, okay? So like you're using these other parts, you just cut out this other parts on the side here. I hope you're clear on what I'm explaining. So after that, I'm going to simply use a bias tape to run it all around this part I just stitched. But I noticed that this bias strip wasn't enough, so I ended up not using this bias strip. I actually used a black fabric, this same plain fabric I'm using on the neckline and on the sleeve. But after that, I realized that I even loved it more than the bias strip. So yeah, this is what I have after I stitch the black fabric to it. So because I used this black fabric, I had to like stitch it to the right side, as you can see here. All right, so yeah, so after this I'm going to use pass this long tiny strip I have here into this casing I just made here. Okay, so just use your pin and pass it all around. I used a safety pin. I'm going to now pass it. As you can see here, it's not hard for you to do. Just pass it this way. Be gentle while you're passing it, then pass it all the way out to this other part on the back part. As you can see here, just follow what I'm doing here, and at the end of the day you're going to be drawing the strings. It depends on how loose you want it to be. It depends on how tight you want it to be after drawing your string. So that totally depends on how stylish you want it to be at the end of the day. Okay, so let me just do it for you guys to see. Then when I'm wearing this, I'm going to know how to pull the string the way I want. I'm going to know how to style it the way I want. Hope you guys understand what I am doing here. So once I'm through with this, I'm going to have to pull the other string off camera. I just thought to show you guys how to pull this string. Okay, how to draw this string like this. As you can see, yeah, this is just it, guys. It is very easy to make. You can wear this with your leggings, your jean, your knicker. You can wear it with a dress, a tight dress. Yeah, that's it. Just style this anyhow you want it, and guys, you're good to go. So this is what this looks like. I don't know what you think about this video. Please, if you're still watching this video at this point, it means you like this video. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. Also like this video and please share it so that others can also watch this video. So yeah, you see at the end of this video the outcome of what I just made here. And for this party, I'm going to be overlocking the rough edges. And after that, this kimono is ready to be worn. Guys, this is the outcome of this kimono dress I made. And guys, this is looking very beautiful already. I don't know what you think about this video. Please drop in the comment section what you think about this video. If it was helpful, please let me know so I can improve better. And also, if you like this video, please help me share this video so that other people can also watch and also learn from it. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in my next one.